Well, this is David, who works here at the Poltreath Arms, and he's just given me a wonderful breakfast on the house, which I really do appreciate, and it's very kind of you, David. How long have you been here?
3 years.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
I know we were talking briefly, you're from the Mansfield area.
Yes.
So more or less from the same neck of the woods in a kind of a way, not so far away. And you were telling me about the winters here. It's nothing like we would get sort of in Yorkshire or Nottinghamshire, is it?
No, we had some snow last year for one day, which was the first time for 8 years.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't it? Yeah, that's amazing. And so you must see quite a number of people walking the coastal path, or
yes, it's just in the right position here for the path.
Absolutely. I mean, you're right in the middle. And I need to climb that hill up on the road to get back onto the coastal path, I assume.
Yes.
Well, it's been wonderful hospitality here, as everywhere, and thank you very much indeed, David, and to the staff and everybody, and to the ladies. I can't remember the names. I'm sorry.
Nicole and Claire.
Nicole and Claire. Yes, I met them both yesterday. Very nice people, and please send them my regards and thanks as well, please.
Yeah, will do.
Thank you very much indeed.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye bye now. Thank you. Good morning. It's 8:30 on Tuesday the 20th of November, and I was thinking earlier that a month tomorrow, or 4 weeks tomorrow, it will be the 21st of December, which is the shortest day, and so that's encouraging, because from then onwards it starts getting lighter every day, so that's quite an interesting thought, isn't it? I'm just walking down to the beach now, having stayed in the Poltreath Arms last night, which I had a very nice night in there, met one or two of the local people, had a very nice meal, and I ordered a breakfast this morning and at 8 o'clock, and it was absolutely fabulous, and spoke with the gentleman David, as you saw, and what a wonderful gesture. They gave me the breakfast free of charge, which is yet another example of the blog that I put on yesterday, of the kind and thoughtful people who live in Cornwall. They have been absolutely fantastic, and it's really, really nice to meet such wonderful people. I had one or two messages from people yesterday, well, several actually, about problems I'm having when I'm talking with people on these cliff tops when there's a wind, like there is just a slight wind just there actually, about how to remedy that. To be honest with you, I am aware of what to do, and it's not a really big issue, because it unless it's spoiling your enjoyment particularly, it's just a very, very small part of the film where I speak to people on the cliff tops mainly, where there's a strong wind and you get the wind noise coming down the microphone, and what it needs is for me to buy some bits and pieces, some foam and a bit of glue and all sorts of bits and pieces, which is almost impossible to buy here in these resorts, which have nearly all closed down now, and I do need to be in a town or a city to do this, and I'm hoping that St Ives will present me with the opportunities to be able to buy these bits and pieces. I was told by David that if I come down to the beach, because it's low tide, it'll save me walking over that great big hill there, so I'm just going to have a look at that to see if I can get down there. It's worth a look, because instead of walking over that head, I can walk around it, and so I'm just seeing just how far out the beach is, and I'll have a look and see if I can save myself a little bit of time. It's a glorious morning, It was very cold during the night in the van. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, just a big clear sky full of stars, and the temperature must have dipped close to freezing point, and that's to be expected at this time of year. But at least we're going to have a nice sunny day today, and the wind's slightly changed direction. It's coming from the northeast, which means again it's going to be immediately behind me. So I'm up for a walk all the way through to St Ives. I'm meeting Steve Johnson later in the day. I was unable to get a telephone signal last night. Here we go. Well, it's 11 o'clock now and I've been walking for 2.5 hours, and this is the first opportunity that I've had to find refuge from the wind to be able to talk into the camera. Because the wind is blowing an absolute gale. I would suggest that some of these gusts are up to maybe 40 miles an hour. Fortunately it's a northeasterly and the wind is behind me, but at times it's quite dangerous because it's swirling around like it always does. And I know I mentioned earlier about problems filming in the wind and not liking filming in the wind, apart from the wind noise when I talk to people. And as I said earlier, I found a way perhaps of getting around that, and I'm looking forward to trying a few experiments. But actually just getting any shots to my right hand side, in other words looking to my west, it's almost impossible to get anything at all of some of the shots, and so there's not so many today, and those that I did get aren't of particularly good quality, because my arm is shaking, or my whole body is shaking with the intensity of the wind. So I do apologise, and I hope it doesn't spoil your viewing. I'm not that far now actually from St Ives. I've still got just one more sort of big head to go around where there's a lighthouse, and apparently there's lots of seals, so I'm told. There's a couple just walked past me now who didn't want to be filmed. But they're off to see the seals. Apparently there's about 15 or 20 of them, and so I'm looking forward to see if I can get some video of that. And I've now got a signal on my telephone, so now I'll be able to ring my friend Steve and arrange a rendezvous for later, and he's going to take me back to Poltreath. So it's going really well. The sun is shining brightly. It's amazing. It looks like a summer's day, but in actual fact it's quite different to that out here. But nevertheless it's dry, the walking path is great, I'm still wearing my trainers, and I'm gagging for a cup of tea, so I'll be very pleased when I get into a place called Hayle, which isn't that far away now, and then I can have a snack and a rest. I've just passed Goodivry Lighthouse and I bumped into Nick, who works for the agency that National Trust,
yeah.
The Cornwall Trust. So what's going on here, Nick?
We've got a stretch of coast here that's really quite soft cliffs and vulnerable to coastal erosion, mainly from the land.
Yes.
It runs off and goes down the cliffs and washes the cliffs away, particularly after dry weather. We get wet weather and that's when the erosion starts.
Yes.
So the path is getting very close to the edge.
Yes.
We have nowhere to go because it's a road and then a field that isn't in our ownership.
Right.
So we're building a raised walkway, which will just allow us maybe a couple of years breathing space in the event of any more cliff falls, and then people can continue along the southwest coast path.
Well, may I say, I've walked all the way from the Devon border on the Cornwall section, and it's absolutely brilliant stretch of walk.
Oh, great!
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Brilliant.
I've walked right around the UK up to now 2,000 miles. I'm just heading for Land's End, and then I'll turn the corner.
Great.
Sort of heading for home, which is back to Yorkshire.
Wow.
That's
a little stretch.
It is. But you've done a wonderful job, lads, of this.
Thank you.
And
Nice
all the
to meet
maintenance. And there's got another. What's your name, mate? Sorry.
I'm Henry.
Henry.
Aaron.
And Aaron. Yeah, you're doing a wonderful job, lads.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
job.
Good luck on the rest of your journey.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, lads. Very nice to
Cheers.
meet you. Thank you.
you.
What you do.
Bye bye now.
Bye.
Well, I'm walking along the beach here towards Hayle, and I can see it, but I'm still quite a way to go. And I met this guy, Andy. Are you a local guy, Andy?
Yes, I am, yes.
All right, and so you're often up and down here with your dog then?
Yes.
He's a lovely dog, isn't he? Just look at that.
Isn't he?
What is he, a Bamarana, is he?
He's a Weimaraner, yes.
He's a beautiful fella, absolutely wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So you were saying to me I can get off the beach, and how far would you say I am from Hayle in terms of walking distance?
Probably about a mile.
About a mile,
yeah.
is that it?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's not too
Right
bad.
down the beach,
Yes,
and up over the bluff,
yes.
and as you keep going down over the dunes, it'll take you to the main road, turn right, and you'll be going towards Hayle.
That's lovely. Thank you very much.
Hey, you're welcome, and good luck with this, Jim. This is a
Thank
wonderful
you very
thing you're doing.
Thank you. That's great. So it's just before 3, and I managed to get as far as Hayle, and Steve was on hand to pick me up and bring me back. And I'm very grateful as usual. Steve, is everything all right, mate?
Yeah, wonderful, Jim. Yeah, as normal.
I recognise that.
Busy?
Yeah, it has been.
She's stayed here before, hasn't she?
Selling lots of calendars at the moment in St
Yeah,
Ives, so down to Land's End tomorrow, so be all good stuff. So
Excellent, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much again,
No
Steve.
problem.
Thanks for your
Thanks for
help.
the tip.
I really appreciate your help. Thank you.